It's winter, it's cold outside, you get in your car and the one thing you don't want to hear is this. Ooh, it's time for a jump start. Do you know how to do a jump start? Here, I'll show you. To do a jump start, there are several steps you want to follow. First, you're going to have to identify the positive and negative terminals of the two batteries of the vehicles that are involved. You're going to connect positive to positive, negative to negative. And let's get started. We start with the car with the good battery, and in this case, we can't even see the battery. This Buick Enclave has a battery that's buried, but what the manufacturer has done is actually bring up the battery terminals with remote connection points. So we start by connecting the good battery here to the positive terminal, and we go to the positive terminal of our dead battery. Then we're going to connect negative to negative, which is basically the body structure of the car. And here we have a negative post on the Buick, and rather than going to the negative post of our battery, we're going to go to a clean, unpainted, solid metal part that's connected to the body of the car, and that completes the circuit. We don't want to connect at the battery because it could create a spark, and one of the gases hanging around batteries sometimes is hydrogen, and we don't want to mix hydrogen with a spark. Right now what we've done is we've literally completed the jump start. This car should now start. Ah, success. Now all we have to do is disconnect the jumper cables, and we do that in the reverse order. Then we can drive away.
I think at Bob Thomas Ford we are doing something different than other dealers in the fact that we are selecting a personality to be in front of our entire dealership. Bob Thomas Ford now has a name and a face, and it's not mine. It's a beautiful young lady named Lexi.
What we do here, and it's a little bit different than other dealerships, is we try to make it so that you don't actually have to be here. You can be comfortable in your own home, you can do all the research you need to do, and you can come to me at the end. When you've figured out what car you want, when you're comfortable with the car that you want, you contact me.
Lexi is the key to our internet success. She's out of college and she was looking for a job, and I talked to her and said, I think I have something for you, and invited her to come down and talk to us about it. When Lexi comes in the morning, I can be sitting at my desk and I can kind of hear a door swing at the end of the hall, and suddenly the room fills with energy. And as she just kind of walks through the hallway, people are paying attention, and good morning, Lex, how are you, Lex, whatever. And she's immediately on the phone, she's immediately on the internet, and suddenly there are customers stopping by to see us.
Nowadays people don't have the time like they used to. So people who are working 24-hour, huge shifts, don't have any free time. I take it upon myself. Say you see a commercial for a Ford Edge. It's a beautiful car. You're interested. You put it into Google, you put it into a search engine, you find the car, you contact me. If we don't have the one, you email me, call me, I'll get back to you and I'll tell you, we can get this done in a day. I can have the car shipped to you. I can pick you up. Where are you? We can do everything from credit applications. We can get the financing done over the phone. By the time we get you the car, you sign a couple things, you have your car.
Car buying on the internet is just an evolution of what we do today. It's not just cars, it's clothing, it's jewelry, it's anything.
Hi, I'm Bill Jackson with Cars.com, and we're here with the 2011 Lexus RX 350. It was one of the first luxury SUV crossovers, and it still remains pretty popular. So we're going to walk through some of the features that make it that way. Now, the RX was redesigned for 2010, and it's just more of an evolutionary change than a radical redesign. Also, one of the things that makes the RX popular still, I think, is they listened to their owners, who said that they didn't want the car to get a lot bigger. So while it's redesigned and it is slightly larger, it's only an inch here or an inch there. So it's still a really easy crossover to live with, it's easy to park and easy to drive. Now, like I said, the RX is an easy car to live with. One thing to keep in mind, though, this isn't a sports-oriented crossover. It's more aimed to the luxury buyer. So the ride is a little softer and there's a little more body roll in it than you would get in other SUVs and crossovers. Also, the steering is light. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. One thing, though, that a lot of other automakers don't do is when the car is at highway speeds, if you have really light steering, you feel like you have to hang on for dear life. And the RX was not like that. I really think it was a standout feature, that it was easy to drive around the city, but also good on the highway. Passing power is okay. It's not a world beater, but it's fine. And overall, I'd say it's a good car for a long highway drive. Now, as far as practicality goes, the RX is actually pretty nice here as well. As you can see, legroom is good. This is where I would have the seat. Headroom is also very good. And if you're the type of person who travels with small kids, the seats slide forward if you want to bring the infant seat closer to you. And they also recline if you're stuck back here for a long road trip. I think you'll be pretty comfortable. Finally, as far as cargo area goes, these seats fold over and give you a lot of room, but even with the seats up, there's a lot of space. If you know that you want a crossover and you know that you want something more luxury-oriented than sport-oriented, that's still kind of practical, I think the RX is going to be worth your time to check out.
Welcome to the Stephen Auto Mall Center Marketplace. Sensibility and practicality define the 2010 Toyota Camry. With just over 15,000 miles on the odometer, this four-door sedan prioritizes comfort, safety, and convenience. Under the hood, you'll find a four-cylinder engine with more than 150 horsepower, providing a smooth and predictable driving experience, and it can be yours for under $20,000. Nothing says value quite like this 2008 Toyota Tacoma. With fewer than 45,000 miles on the odometer, you can be confident that this pre-owned vehicle will provide you with reliable transportation and utility. It features four-wheel drive capabilities, an automatic transmission, and a 4-liter six-cylinder engine. It comes well equipped with items such as power windows, keyless entry, and more for less than $27,000. Here's a great deal on a 2009 Toyota Corolla. Enjoy reliable transportation and drive knowing you have the safety and security of a Corolla. A four-cylinder engine under the hood provides good power and great fuel economy. An automatic transmission combined with front-wheel drive gets you where you want to go, while extras such as air conditioning, CD player, and power windows make sure you arrive in style, all for under $16,000. You can expect a lot from this 2008 Toyota Highlander. It features all-wheel drive versatility, an automatic transmission, and a 3.5 six-cylinder engine. Top features include cruise control, remote keyless entry, and air conditioning. Third-row seats ensure that you can bring all your friends and family with you for the ride, all for less than $25,000.
Prescription for travel. It's the new Motoramic Chevrolet. More than a new car, a new concept of low-cost motoring. A revolutionary new ride. Only the new Chevrolet has new Glide Ride front suspension that absorbs road shocks. And new anti-dive braking control for heads-up stops. New power with the new Chevrolet valve and head Turbo Fire V8 engine and two new Blue Flame 6s. New Touchdown Overdrive gives greater driving flexibility and far greater gas savings. And new show car styling lets you travel proudly in the new Motoramic Chevrolet.
We could not have managed to get our hands on the all-new 2011 Volkswagen Touareg, a mid-size premium sport utility vehicle, at a better time. Few SUVs we have tried have done better in the snow, and let's face it, this year we've had plenty of snow. Unfortunately, we could not have scheduled our video shoot on a worse day. We had snow and sleet and finally freezing rain, as you can see, but the show must go on. While this second-generation Touareg is new for 2011, two of its three engines are carried over. The standard 3.6-liter gasoline V6 and the 3-liter V6 turbo diesel, which we test drove, are familiar, having served in other Volkswagens. New for 2011 is a supercharged gasoline-electric hybrid. All feature a new 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive. Our test diesel was an overachiever. It went through snow even before the plows arrived. It was steady on ice, and when it came time to merge onto the highway, this diesel was ready to deliver the needed acceleration. 0 to 60 took just over 8 seconds. The ride in this new Touareg is smooth, and the silence, both around town and on the highway, is exceptional. There is no clue that this SUV has diesel power, none whatsoever. The interior is a nice place to be. Even the Sport model is generously equipped with all the features expected in a luxury SUV, and even some that might not be, such as a standard navigation system and backup camera. Our Lux model had even more features, including a panoramic power sunroof with sunscreens. If you arrive at the tailgate with larger items, you can fold the split rear seat backs with just the touch of a button. It's all very handy. Rewarding to drive, luxurious, and thanks to its diesel engine, surprisingly economical. We averaged 24.6 miles per gallon slogging through awful weather. The new Touareg is also ready for work with its 7,700-pound trailer towing rating. Prices start at $45,270.
Used cars make up a greater percentage of sales today than it ever did before. I think that's a factor of the economy. People are looking to save dollars whatever they can, and a used car is less expensive to insure, less expensive in your taxes, so it's certainly in people's minds. Toyota was one of the first manufacturers with a certified used program, realizing that in order to retain customers to the Toyota brand, they had to offer that peace of mind with a used car. Toyota requires the dealer to put it through a 160-point check that covers all aspects of the safety. Tears, interior, dents on the outside of the car. We have to run a Carfax to make sure that the car's never been involved in a serious crash, which would make it not acceptable to the manufacturer as a certified car.
When a customer brings their vehicle in for service on a certified used vehicle, they get treated the same as any customer that's in the regular warranty period. So everything is done just the same until their coverage ends.
We then fully detail the car, removing any imperfections, and when we're done, you've got a quality choice to purchasing a brand new car. It's about peace of mind. You're getting a car that Toyota's giving you as much comparison to what you get with the new car with that used car. As far as Stephen Toyota is concerned, we have found a great increase in our certified business, and I think that's only going to get better as time moves forward. I've had people buy a new Toyota from us and then come in and replace that with a certified. I have sold certified cars to my friends, I've sold them to my customers, I've sold them to my relatives, okay? It's, again, I can't impress more that it is a great alternative to purchasing a new car in today's market.
I've always thought it would be a good idea if you could keep all sorts of information about your car in one location. Say when you're doing fill-ups and you want to keep track of your gas mileage. You need to keep track of the mileage that you drive on trips. When you want to do your maintenance. Be silly if you wanted to do all that and put it into a diary and have that in your front seat. Who would keep track of it that way? Well, you're already carrying a smartphone. When you're doing your fill-ups, when you're driving in your car, you've got your smartphone with you. I found an app for you to check out in which you can do exactly that. It's called Grease Monkey. Now, Grease Monkey, they spell it funny, G-R-E-A-S-E-M-U-N-K-Y, not with an O. So when you're checking it out in the iTunes store, make sure that you spell it right. One thing, if you go to the iTunes store to check it out, that you'll find is that it's listed as a free app. The reality is you're going to spend about $3 for this app. Once you unlock this app and all of its features, what you'll find you can do is you can type in the fuel when you do a fill-up. You can keep track of how much you paid, what your mileage was, and what it'll do is it'll allow you to run a report so that way you can see exactly what your gas mileage is as you're driving down the road. Other things that you can do is you can check out your repairs, keep track of your repairs. You can actually set up a maintenance schedule in here so that way it pops up little reminders when you need to do an oil change or those sorts of things. Hey, for $3, it's an easy download right to your iPhone, which you're bringing with you anyway, so now you can keep track of all of that information in just one place.
With perfect timing, Chevrolet introduces the new Motoramic Chevrolet. What's new? everything. New show car styling, 3 new drives, new Synchro Mesh transmission, improved super smooth power glide, or new touchdown overdrive. A revolutionary new ride, a new high-level ventilation system for greater comfort, and new 4-fender visibility. And power, sensational performance and economy with the new Chevrolet. Turbo Fire V8 engines and 2 new Blue Flame 6s. It's the new Motoramic Chevrolet, more than a new car, a new concept of low-cost motoring.
Hi, I'm Bill Jackson with Cars.com, and we're at the 2011 Mazda 2. It's a small hatchback, so it means it competes with a bunch of other new cars like the Honda Fit, Toyota Yaris, Nissan Versa. It's got a few surprises that set it apart from the field, as well as a few things that you'll need to consider if you're thinking about the Mazda 2. The first surprise about the Mazda 2 is its ride. It's really very good. It's hard to make any car, small or not, handle pretty flat, as well as not beat you up over the bumps, and the Mazda 2 does a good job of that. In fact, I think for this small hatchback category, it's probably got the best ride in terms of compromising those two things. One of the other things that really helps too is the steering. It's very light, but still very precise. So if you want to try to go for a spot in traffic or whatever, you have the confidence to do that. It was really a nice surprise to see how quick and light this car was. Now, the Mazda 2 comes with a choice of 2 transmissions. There's the 5-speed manual, which we have here, and a 4-speed automatic. Both are pretty good. I was actually surprised with the automatic because I was worried with a 4-speed transmission and an engine that only makes 100 horsepower that it wouldn't be that great, but it actually moves away from the light pretty well. You lose a little bit of power on the highway, but you should expect that. Still, for my money, I would go with the manual transmission. It's just a lot more fun to drive and it's a lot more direct. Now, like I said, there are a few things to consider if you're thinking about buying the Mazda 2, and one of them is passenger space, especially if you're on the tall side. This is where I have the seat when I'm driving. As you can see, my knees are really jammed up against here, and I really don't have any headroom, so this wouldn't be comfortable for a drive of really any distance. And if you're the type of person with a family and you're looking to haul people, this is definitely something you're going to want to check out before you buy the Mazda 2. Now, like I said, the rear seats are tight, but this is actually a fair amount of cargo room for such a small hatchback. If you're looking for a smaller hatchback and you want something that's fun to drive and won't break the bank, I think the Mazda 2 is one you should at least test drive.
Welcome to the Bulls Motors Marketplace. Here's a great deal on a 2007 Jeep Compass Sport. With less than 40,000 miles on the odometer, this 4-door sport utility vehicle prioritizes comfort, safety, and convenience. Smooth gear shifts are achieved thanks to the 2.4-liter 4-cylinder fuel-efficient engine, providing a spirited yet composed ride. 4-wheel drive allows you to go where other vehicles can't. This Chrysler certified pre-owned Jeep can be yours for about $15,300. Get your hands on a 2008 Jeep Liberty Sport. This Chrysler certified pre-owned Jeep has less than 40,000 miles on the odometer and was well maintained by its previous owner. It features 4-wheel drive capabilities, a durable automatic transmission, and a refined 6-cylinder engine. Top features include front bucket seats, roof rack, rear wipers, air conditioning, and dual airbags. Electronic stability control ensures a stable and comfortable ride. All this for under $17,000. Get a 4-wheel drive Jeep with all the right ingredients. This 2007 Grand Cherokee Laredo is the do-it-all sport utility vehicle you've been looking for. It has a remarkably comfortable, quiet, and accommodating interior. It comes well equipped with features such as remote keyless entry, power door mirrors, power windows, power steering, and much more. Treat yourself to a test drive in this beautiful-looking Jeep. Less than $45,000 on the odometer. All this for under $17,500. You can expect a lot from this 2008 Chrysler PT Cruiser. With less than 45,000 miles on the odometer, this four-door vehicle prioritizes comfort, safety, and convenience. Under the hood, you'll find a four-cylinder engine with more than 150 horsepower, providing a smooth and predictable driving experience. Enjoy amenities that you can expect from Chrysler, such as power windows, a trip computer, split folding rear seat, and more. All this for less than $8,000.